So I got cut off again. I told you this new recorder is not the best. So back in Hosea, and I'm at verse 10. Okay, I'm going to read it again because this is a powerful verse. All right, this explains what's happening right now. It says, "Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power, Yahweh." All right, and I'm going to just grab this precept real quick because it goes in line with what I'm reading here. In Psalms 83, and I'm going to start at verse 3. This is talking about the crafty counsel is the wicked doctrines that they teach us, and starts out with the so-called white man, the Edomite, right? Psalm 83 and 3, it says, "They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones." All right, we're the hidden ones. This is why when we read in Hosea, it says that we're told we're not the children of Yahweh. Because why? They want to hide that. They don't want you to know they don't want you to know that there's a separation. The wicked does not want you to know that the Israelites are above all people, okay? But when we go into these false philosophies and false doctrines, you're going to die the death of a heathen, which the word heathen means nation. So if you're involved in a wicked philosophy, and it doesn't matter if you're in America, it doesn't matter if you're in Tanzania, it doesn't matter if you're in Germany, it doesn't matter if you're in Mexico, it doesn't matter if you're in Nigeria, wherever you are, if you're part of a wicked philosophy, then you're going to be taken away as a heathen, meaning put to death. And it could be in the nuclear war, World War III, if you make it that far. Because you got to remember, there's going to be people dying of pestilences, or about dying of famine, and this is including our own people. All right. So what the heck is the Christian church talking about? They're not warning you, right? They're that dog that's not barking. The Christian church is a whole church with let me get that verse, with dogs that don't bark, meaning they don't warn you. All right. This is Isaiah 56 and 10. It says, "His watchmen are blind," meaning they don't know the truth. All right, the Christian philosophers, the Christian teachers, they don't know the truth. They're blind. His watchmen are blind. They're all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. And remember, the word dumb means you don't speak or you don't make a sound. That's what dumb means. All right. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Right. So they're asleep. They're asleep to the truth. They don't understand the truth. And that makes them blind watchmen, and they're like a dumb dog. Because if you're at home and it's nighttime, and an intruder comes to your home, and your dog just sits there and lets the intruder walk in, he doesn't bark, doesn't do nothing, he just remains dumb. Well, how is that going to work out for you and your family? Not so well, you see. That's why you need watchmen who are blowing the trumpet. Right? Alarming the people. But the Christian philosophies, they're not blowing the trumpet. They're not telling you about the wickedness that's going to come, that the Bible speaks of, Jacob's trouble. All right, that's what the Bible talks about. It's going to be a time of trouble for our people. So you're supposed to warn the people. You're not supposed to just sit there like a Christian pastor and you're not barking. You're not warning the people. All right. Isaiah 58 and 1, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up the voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, the house of Jacob their sins." See, so a true prophet is going to be blowing the trumpet. That means you're warning the people. In the ancient world, when we blew the trumpets, the people would get alarmed. They'd be scared because they knew something was attacking the city. They knew the city was under siege, right? When the trumpet was blown. Let me get that real quick. Let me see. It's in Amos 3:6. It says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahweh hath not done it?" So this is asking, it's a rhetorical question. It says, is a trumpet going to be blown in the city and the people not going to be afraid? Well, no. When the trumpet's being blown, you're going to get afraid. And just like now, the true prophets of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, we're blowing the trumpet. We're telling you what's about to happen. We're telling you there's great trouble coming on our people. And it's going to be the devil that's going to bring the wrath down on you, which is the so-called white man. He's going to implement, his whole agenda is to implement that RFID microchip. Okay, he wants to put that in everybody, so that everybody, he can track you like a dog. You know, which is for you wicked people following these wicked philosophies. It's justified because especially the prophets, the false prophets, because you are those dogs that are not barking. So you're worthy, and you will take, because you false philosophers, you don't understand the Bible, so you will take that RFID microchip, and you're going to be tracked like a dog. You see? Verse 7, "Surely Yahweh the Most High will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants the prophets." See, he doesn't reveal his secrets to the Christian church, the Christian prophet, the Christian false prophets. Because why? They're not teaching the truth, so they don't understand the mysteries. They don't understand the secret. They don't even understand what the mark of the beast is. They don't know what it is. I mean, some of you have some Christian pastors that teach about the mark of the beast, but really, they're overall, they're not warning the people. All right, they're not. You know how you can tell they're not warning the people? Because America and all these other countries that follow to the beat of the drum of America, they don't know, have nothing, no clue what the mark of the beast is, and they're going to walk right into that agenda of the so-called white man, who's going to chip you. All right, he's going to put that C-hip in you. And next thing you know, you're going to be destined for the lake of fire, which is, that's when that the nuclear war, the lake of fire, the whole of Babylon, America is going to burn, according to the scripture. So let me keep reading. Let me go back to Hosea, because I'm going off a little bit on the original points. So this is verse 11. Hosea 1 and 11. It says, "Then the children of Judah and the children of Israel shall be gathered together, and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel." So all our people who are scattered, well, guess what? This truth is going to gather us together, the remnant, the elect, the ones who will believe in the actual truth. And, our people that don't believe the truth right now, they're going to have to die in pestilence, famine, nuclear war. The Lord has all kind of ways he can put you to death. All right, the Lord Yahweh can put you to death in many different ways, you see. So you have to be careful about who you listen to, who you have to be careful. And really, at the end of the day, you gotta. If you have a spirit to understand, a spirit to listen, a spirit to break strongholds, pull down strongholds, right? Because the Christian church, the modern Christian church, is a stronghold on our people. All right, our people think that the Christian church is so righteous. They think that it's the way, it's the light, but The Christian church does not line up with the scriptures. So if you have a spirit to recognize that, which is a spirit of discernment, then you could be saved. You could be part of the elect. When the destruction comes, you may go up in what you call a UFO, a chariot of the Lord. All right, but if you're not able to receive truth, the Yahweh Bashem Yashar are not gonna. You won't be saved. You're gonna be killed. You're gonna be destroyed, along with the heathen. You want to stay in the heathen mindset, you're going to die the death of a heathen. Thus saith Yahweh. These are not my words, okay? And I've done countless videos on showing you what a heathen is, on showing you the wicked philosophies of all the heathen. And our people, we're supposed to come out of that thing, right? Revelation 20 and 8, is that it? Nope, that's not it. Oh, that's the one I just read. It's Revelation 18, 11. Okay, let me see. That's why we study every day. We got to keep our sword sharp, all right? So if the Lord is going to deal with us, we need to come out of these wicked philosophies, right? This is, you know what? This is Spirit. Beautiful verse to come out for this chapter, for this lesson. Revelation 18 and 3, it says, "For all nations have drunk the wine of the wrath of her fornication." And that's what I'm telling you. All the nations are drunk off of this wine, right? What is the wine? The wine is a metaphor for philosophies, doctrines. So all the nations are drinking off that wine, those false philosophies. Because wine. If you're drinking wine, you're going to be under the influence, as they say, right? So when you're under the influence of wine, which could be considered strong drink, then you're gonna do things they're not righteous, right? Well, that's the same thing with the philosophies. That's why it's a metaphor for the philosophy. The wine is the false philosophies. And that's why it says, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her." Meaning all the kings of the earth, meaning it don't matter if you're in Mexico, Tanzania, Nigeria, Germany, Italy, any nation, any city you bring up, this Christianity has been like a cancer throughout the whole world, influencing the people. I'm going to read this again. Verse 3, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies." All right? Because a lot of nations got rich off of America. And there's a saying, get in where you fit in. Well, see, a lot of these nations, they basically sold out their own cultures just to get in line with the Edomite culture, which is they don't even have culture, because the so-called white man is a culture vulture. But all these other nations, they get in line with Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And look at you. All you gotta do is Google or YouTube. You'll find Christian pastors in every single nation pushing the false narrative of they're pushing false wicked philosophies, pushing that the false Messiah, which is his name is Jesus Christ. All right, the Messiah was not a white man, a so-called white man. The Messiah was a so-called black man, and his name is Yahweh Shai. His name is not Jesus Christ. But when you're calling on that name Jesus Christ, you're drunk off that wine that Esau Edom gave you, the so-called white man. He gave you strong drink, and now you're all drunk off that thing. Watch. Let me get this last verse to close on. I'll close on this. Let me see. Let me go into Habakkuk. This might be the one I'm looking for. Habakkuk 2 and 15. Let's see what it's saying. Yep. Woe unto him, meaning woe means destruction. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken, also that thou mayest look on their nakedness. So it's a shame for you Israelites to be following a false doctrine. So that's why when you're naked, people become the shame, right? You get embarrassed if somebody sees you naked. You could get embarrassed if it's an accident and they see you naked, right? The same thing with this truth. When you're calling on false gods, false idols, false names, it's a shame, and you're naked. As an Israelite, you're naked. All right? You don't have a righteous garment on. Instead, you're naked and shameful and shameless. You see? But this verse says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also. So the drink is the philosophies. So Yahweh is saying, woe unto you, especially the so-called white man, destruction to Edom, the so-called white man, which the Bible speaks on destroying the Edomites. Okay? And I'll bring that out next. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken, also that thou mayest look on their nakedness. You see that? So, destruction to anyone who's teaching a false philosophy. And it doesn't matter if you're an Israelite and you're teaching a wicked philosophy, then Yahweh looks at you as if you are the heathen. All right? He looks at you like a heathen, and he's going to put you to death. That's why he said, come out of her, my people, in that last verse I read. Because we're supposed to come out of these wicked philosophies that the heathen have given us. They've given us strong drink, and some of y'all are still drinking that strong drink. You can't stop drinking. Like you see a drunkard at a party, and they don't know when to stop. Right? They just keep drinking till they black out. They don't remember anything. Well, that's the same thing as you people who can't come out of her, my people. The ones who don't come out of the strong drink, you're going to be reserved for destruction. All right? And it's not going to be pretty. Yahweh Bashem Yahshai is going to put you to death, man. Let me get Psalms 137 and verse 7. It says, remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom, which is the so-called white man, the Edomites. Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. Raise it means destroy it. The Edomites were cheering on the destruction of Jerusalem and the temple. All right, so here's their punishment. Here's their punishment for consistently being wicked and being against the children of Israel. Psalm 137 and 8, it says, O daughter of Babylon, which is America, right? It's not ancient Babylon, but it's spiritual Babylon. It's the daughter of Babylon, right? Babylon the Great, spoken of in the Bible, which is America. It says, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. See? So the daughter of Babylon, which is Edom, tells you in verse 7 who the daughter of Babylon is, which is America, because America, the Edomites are in control of this great nation, America, which is Edom spiritually according to the Bible. Babylon the Great. You're going to die a heathen death if you're in the false philosophies, if you're drunk off that strong drink. All right? If you're committing spiritual whoredom, like I started out the lesson. You see? This is going to put you to death. And the modern Christian pastors, they're not warning you. They're those dogs that don't bark. All right? They're those watchmen that don't blow the trumpet. All right? But you have true prophets set up all throughout the planet Earth who are going to bark and who are going to blow the trumpet. That's what I'm doing on this lesson today. I'm blowing the trumpet. All right? Lest you be destroyed, you're going to be destroyed. You listen to the pastors who don't give warning, who don't bark. They're those dumb dogs that don't bark. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out on that. I want to give all the praise and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai Bahashem, Rukakwadash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. Also want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing this truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And shalom to the elect.